Welcome to the Township of Sparta Environmental Commission meeting of Thursday, September 25th, 2025. The meeting is called to order at 7:03. We are live in the council chamber at the municipal building and also live streaming on YouTube at Sparta TWP /streams. Please take note, adequate notice of this meeting was provided to the public and the press on January 10th, 2025 by delivering to the press and posting on the township website a copy of the notice. Please join me in saluting the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Tonight, we have a swearing in of our new student liaison, Nicholas DePrado. Did I say it right? Great. All right. This is not the true swearing in. You'll have to go to the clerk's office, as I mentioned, but just repeat after me. I, Nicholas DePrado,
I, Nicholas DePrado,
do solemnly swear or affirm that I will faithfully, impartially, and lawfully
do solemnly swear or affirm that I will faithfully, impartially, and lawfully
carry out my duties as member of the Environmental Commission
carry out my duties as member of the Environmental Commission
of the Township of Sparta, County of Sussex, State of New Jersey,
of the Township of Sparta, County of Sussex, State of New Jersey,
in accordance with the laws and Constitution of the United States and the State of New Jersey.
in accordance with the laws and Constitution of the United States and of the State of New Jersey.
All right. Thank you so much. Welcome. Yay. Do we want to go have a quick picture?
Sure. Yeah,
Okay.
I think that'd be
Yeah.
great.
So everybody meet up. Everybody can go.
That's all right. That's all right. Yeah. I'll send it to you. Go a little bit closer. Sorry. Pretty bites. All right, ready? Yeah, ready? Okay, good.
Should do a press release. All right. Now with that formality out of the way, can you do roll call, please, Emily?
Yes. Deputy Mayor Margie Murphy. Chair Kimberly Knoll.
Here.
Vice Chair Neil Sauerwein.
Here.
Christine Dunbar. Ted Gall.
Here.
Christine Rogers.
Here.
Barbara Kazalka. Landon Tenieri. Robert Otto.
Here.
Nicholas DePrado.
Here.
Thank you.
Thank you, Emily. All right. Do I have review of the minutes for September 11th, 2025? Do I have a motion to accept, or do we have any changes? Any changes, or do I have a motion to accept?
I'll make a,
One little thing under unfinished business, deer management,
Uh-huh.
where it says Robert Otto mentioned referencing Space Farms for their deer pickups. What does that mean, referencing?
so we were talking about, I think, inquiring with the police to get data on deer strikes, which would tell us kind of give us a survey of where there are problem areas, and then I added Space Farm pickups because if the police were not called, Space Farms is sometimes called to pick up roadkill. So that would just be another data point or data set with more data points, but we could word it differently.
I don't know. I just wanted to clarify that, and that's,
Let's just make it, Rod Otto mentioned contacting Space Farms.
For their deer pickup
right.
data.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, that's a little bit clearer. Thanks.
All right, with that change, do I have a motion to accept the minutes?
I'll make a-
September 11th,
I'll make a
2025.
motion to accept the minutes of the minor change.
Thank you, Rob. Thank you, Ted. All in favor?
Aye.
All right. And one abstention. Nicholas, you abstain, okay, since you weren't here. All right, thank you. All right, we have oh no, they're not applications, they're correspondence? Okay, so no applications tonight. We just have 2 items of correspondence to look at. One is a flood hazard area verification. They're going to be building a new wall along Lake Mohawk, which we have seen those before, so we can go take a look at that. And the second one is for line verification interpretation. This one's a little bit confusing, but I can show you what's confusing about it when we go down there. So if everybody wants to go look at the plans, they're down here. All right, so this one, they're really just looking for line verification. And it's primarily in Andover and Lafayette. So if anybody's ever driven to the end of Pinkyville Road and/or on 15 where Houses Corners crosses, and then you go off to your left, this is property on the Andover Lafayette side. And there's a little tiny portion that is in Sparta, right here. So unfortunately, they had to contact us also. It doesn't really say much about what they're planning to do with it. They're really just looking, as I mentioned, for where the lines are for the freshwater areas. And it looks like our portion doesn't have any. So I don't know if we have any comments or would send, or anything that we want to send a memo on this one. These are those train tracks. They are active tracks, we think.
Right, yeah.
The same ones that run by, run by 15, well, cross over 15.
They go under 15,
Do
right?
they go under?
I think that's, yeah.
I think they go under. What are the ones that go, that 15
That's
goes
like
over?
a round.
A
that's
roundabout?
Roundabout, yeah. Roundabout. Speaking of this.
Jeez, is that rain?
Yeah, did that Tuesday night here too.
Did it really?
Yeah.
Anything from Andover or Lafayette?
No, we didn't see anything about it. There's the paperwork there if you want to take a look. It doesn't say anything in there about their review or what they say.
I did contact them to see if they issued a memo and they didn't get back to me yet.
You contacted them, you said?
Yeah, Andover and Lafayette, I know.
The rain is so
Just to see if they had any comments, but nobody got
Okay.
back to me yet.
It's the Pace, oh, here it is, Pace Glass Recycling. So I guess it is a current recycling place. And I guess there's High Ski Brothers? I don't know.
That's the mulch place, right?
Oh, I don't know.
Piscatty Brothers was.
Oh, is that how you say that?
Yeah.
So this is the building that they're just constructing now, like off of, right?
Yeah.
Because here's Sussex Mills, Limecrest, when I drove
Yeah,
by
and
that
here's
recently,
Pinkyville.
right? They have a lot of active construction right now.
Yeah. And I guess there's an existing building, gravel parking storage. This, I think, all the rest of it is undeveloped, including the part that's on our side. There's nothing there, really.
Is that the warehouse they've been talking about in Andover?
I don't know, you're talking about the one where they're gonna blow up that whole mountain over 10 years?
I don't know.
I don't think that's this one.
That's in Hardiston, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't think that's this one.
No, but they were talking about one in Andover on, I think on Lime Crest, right?
Yeah.
this might be it.
This might be it then. Because it is on Lime Crest and this, they did start building it. Although, I thought they were talking about it being much bigger than that.
Yeah. No.
Although that is pretty big.
Do you know the purpose of this?
I think they're just, I think legally they have to because they're applying with the DEP.
But the
Oh, I don't know, actually.
Yeah, no, they don't have anything in here. Right now, I guess it's the site plan for paste glass recycling.
Yeah.
Preliminary and final site plan, paste glass recycling. Do we know which, watershed this is in? Same watershed as probably
Probably the Paulinskill.
Paulinskill over there?
think.
Yeah. The other thing we could do is run a environmental impact on this lot and block over here that's in Sparta. I mean, we could run it on the whole thing, but. I think the only thing we can weigh in on is our portion.
And like, what is there to even weigh in on if it's
I don't
already
know.
under construction?
I don't know what we would say about it.
It was mentioned to me that when we're up here, people can't hear us.
Oh, really?
So,
So
yeah,
talking to
so-
that more? Yeah, I don't know what we would say about it.
drainage, like for our side, it says that there's northern drains into an unnamed tributary of the Paulinskill,
Yeah, that makes sense.
flows in northerly direction.
Yep, this looks like there'd be some water drainage in this area going that way, maybe. What do you think, Rob?
It's being filed,
Huh?
What are they asking us to do?
They're looking for line verification, which is not really our area.
it's to determine freshwater wetlands transition areas, but NJDEP is
Gonna do
presumably-
that. Yeah,
So can we get the result of that?
yeah,
It's done.
yeah. All right, any other? Okay,
They have pins all around, so.
yep. Usually means they know where the property line is.
But because they were dewatering a quarry, they may not know exactly where the wetlands and transition areas are.
Right, he was talking about the pins for the property.
No.
Yeah.
But as far as what we're supposed to be doing, and you said they know where, but I think they don't know exactly where the transition
wetland
area
is.
begins, where
Yep.
the wetlands begins and ends, because they've been dewatering the area on and off for a quarry.
Yeah.
So,
But they do know where the property lines are. Yeah. So, okay, so we want to ask for the results of
Of the NJDEP's transition
Assessment.
area and
assessment. Okay,
wetlands delineation, I guess.
okay. Sounds good. All right, this one is, folks are looking to rebuild their wall along Lake Mohawk,
It's Upper Lake.
Upper Lake, I think. Yeah, you're right. And where's the plans? Typically, we weigh in that we would prefer that they do some kind of area so that can't talk. The water doesn't flow right into the lake, right? That they do some kind of easement or protector, like a,
Copper dam.
thank you. Couldn't think of the words. This is the side where they're rebuilding the wall. There are pictures of it in here when you get to that, Christine. So that we can show what it looks like now. It's literally grass goes all the way up to it and then it's just stones. So I think the request is actually, yeah. So right now, there's no buffer zone or anything to prevent the water just from running down the hill right into the lake. Yep, this is the flood hazard area. And I think what they're actually asking for is the flood hazard area line.
So looking for line.
But my thought is we still recommend that they do something to, if they're gonna disturb that area. Well, first of all, during construction, they have to build that, the cofferdam, right? So that then they can build their wall. But then also on the other side of that, make sure they have some drainage and some plants and stuff to prevent everything from just running directly into the lake.
Is there anything from the club? From LMCC's engineer? Savannah?
No, nothing. That was the only thing I got.
That's
I think they're doing this first. I don't think they got approval from the club yet, as far as I know.
Hudson engineer, because she's gonna have a procedure that she wants them to follow, and
Okay,
we're pretty careful about the lake health.
just letting it flow right into the lake.
I would kind of, like, maybe we could say, like, we would recommend that they, like, fence off the area of disturbance with, sediment fencing, silt fencing, and that, we also potentially cofferdam and dewatering of the area on the lake side of it, but maybe defer to the LMCC club engineer for whatever she would recommend for best practices.
Okay,
In the main lake, they typically wait until the lake level is lower or
Yeah.
it's drawn down, and then a bunch of people will do work.
Yep.
That's different because that's maintenance, whereas I didn't see the pictures, but it looks like
yeah, they
that's
didn't,
just,
they don't have anything there really now other than rocks.
so I don't know what the procedure is as far as if they're, well, I mean, again, I would defer to LMCC, but as far as stabilizing,
Upper
The
Lake
shore.
is still LMCC too? Yeah.
Yeah.
okay.
so as far as stabilizing the shoreline, like, it's typically subject to erosion. The property line kind of, I don't know that you can artificially make it, but
All right, anybody have any other comments?
what's the grade change?
It's not super steep.
Comment I would have is that the wall isn't too high to block the flow of water
Yeah,
down the slope into the lake.
yep.
That's the only comment.
And then also have some drainage in front of it, right? So that they
Well, it
can
looks
capture
like
all the
it's pretty
stuff.
Even all the way along.
Yeah. Okay. Any comments from you, Christine?
No.
Good? Okay. Don't think I messed these up.
That's okay. I can fix it.
Nope, I got them in the right places. All right, that was our correspondence. Great. All right, now we're opening it up for public comment. And no one from the public is here. So we'll close public comment and moving on to reports. We have planning board report from you, Rob. Do you want to go first? Have anything?
We're just, I think some comments were made at town council. I can address them here, I guess, as they relate to planning board, but we've been talking about design standards and kind of simplifying them for applicants. I think there were some observations made by council, who would be the governing body to kind of authorize those changes. But as far as the planning board, design standards need to be updated to benefit the businesses. And we've talked about kind of implementing some of the lighting suggestions from this body. And it looks like I've had one meeting of the master plan subcommittee that I'm now on, taking Ron Day's place. So that's a good spot for the design standards updates to live, because Neil, you'll be there, right? So we can get that environmental, we can get input from zoning, we can get input from some members of the public and the press that frequently attends, I don't know, I think Jenny's attended like at least 10 to 15 years of town council to see why ordinances are put forth, and then of course the ordinances inform the code updates. So I think that's kind of a good, reasonable place for that next step. So just kind of putting in a master plan subcommittee, and Neil, I assume, will be talking about that as we continue.
Yeah. Go ahead, please, Neil.
Okay, we had we had a meeting last week, the master plan subcommittee, and reviewed some of the results of our focus group information gathering. I think there might be a couple that we have missed. Like we didn't get to meet with the country club. They couldn't, for some reason, we couldn't get together with them on that. But we're planning to have a public information gathering session at Sparta High School, tentatively towards the end of October.
Do you have a date for that yet?
Not nailed down yet, no.
Okay.
But probably the 29th or 30th. I think that was the last. Dates thrown out.
Okay.
I thought there had been a meeting with the country club. There's several things discussed, but there was going to be a follow-up kind of public session, and potentially having one where the country club would host it on their site, and then another one at like a school, right? We talked about.
Right. I'm talking about the school one. I don't know. I didn't.
Because I think Jenny Derricks, maybe Ron Day, I'm not sure who else, met with the country club, and they discussed a number of things.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. They did. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I'm getting up to speed. I was only the one at the one meeting.
Yeah. Yeah. So I guess we have met with most of the stakeholder groups. So yes, this will be I don't know about the meeting at the country club, but this will be a public meeting at the high school.
Great.
Oh, it did. Yeah.
That was the problem, I think.
Yeah.
We couldn't get a meeting place at the country club. We couldn't get the ballroom.
And it was a later date proposed, I think.
Right, and we
So we didn't want to wait, but that reminds me too, we had talked about here when we had the stakeholders meeting that could we revisit parking standards? And that did come up in planning board at a recent application. It's still active, so we can't really talk, but we kind of, I think, had the initial question, like, would you be willing to bank it? So it was interesting to see how that might play into it, because everyone agreed, I think, that if you don't need to pave over something, that we shouldn't. right? And it sounded like engineering had a way, there was something about like where the curb would have to be if they just banked it and left it as grass. And so just food for thought as we continue with that, because it did come from the stakeholder meeting that Joan and who else attended? Chrissy Whitehouse, I think. Yeah. So if we request the applicants bank parking spots, they would still need to, if they need a waiver before planning board, they would still need to get that waiver because they would need to get the approval as if they're using all of the parking spots. And so that banking right now would just be kind of, I guess, a courtesy because we'd have no control over it possibly being converted and paved over in the future. So just something to,
Thanks.
All right, yeah, I definitely want to publicize when that public meeting's happening, so
Yes.
let us know.
I'll-
And
I'll
just
let
a
you all know.
reminder, we won't have the October 9th meeting to talk about it too. Landon's not here for Trail Committee and Margie's not here for Town Council. Did watch the meeting, but I don't think I have anything. Okay, thank you so much. Moving on to unfinished business, it is official, and Jim Zepp also announced it on Tuesday that we did get our bronze certification. Thank you so much to Christine Rogers.
No, it was everybody.
It was everybody,
no,
but
it
you
was
did a
everybody.
lot.
But we did such a good job this time that I really just want to point this out to everyone in the town. Our last certification cycle, we were at 160 points. Now we were up to 200. So we upped it by 40 just from the last time.
Wow.
There's still a lot of points on the table that we can keep building towards, but 200 is a really good number and it's
Yeah.
a really strong start. And we'll just keep working towards silver. But
Yep.
I guess I'll read the just different categories that we
Yes.
got points in because I think that's really telling. For having a green team, we got 10 points, 15 points for environmental education and outreach. Our green fair points was from that Earth Day fair that we did back in April. We had education and outreach points in the lead category for when Jenna came and worked with us. 15 points for emergency communications planning, 10 points for sustainable land use pledge, 20 points for the green infrastructure planning that Rutgers Water Resources Program did the plans for. Having our environmental commission, 10 points. The site plan reviews that we do, another 10. Our open space plan, that was 10 points. Our rain barrel workshops that we've done 2 different times, that was another 10 points. The road salt impact study that we've been doing, 15 points. Our clustering ordinance is 10 points. The tree protection ordinance, 10 points. Digitizing public information on our website, 10 points. Prescription drug safety and disposal, 10 points. And recycling, waste reduction, education, and compliance, 20 points. So it's really across the board we've been getting points, and I think that's a real testament to how strong our commission is right now. So yeah, I just wanted to make sure we point that out to everyone. And I think if we can have a press release go out as
Yes,
well, I
absolutely.
think that's really would be great.
Yep. Will do. All right, any other comments or questions on that? Thank you, everybody, for all your hard work. All right, we have a number of resolutions that we've been working towards. Am I right? The New Jersey Climate Superfund Act did pass on Tuesday, right?
Yes, it did.
Okay, yes. Yay.
Thank you, Margie.
Thank you, Town Council. Thank you, Margie. Okay, that one is now passed. So we will work to get the rest of them also. How come I can't think of the name of it? I always forget it. The Saving Our Forests, the Sparta Mountain one. We also have to get in front of the Town Council. So we're trying to not inundate the Town Council with all of them at once. So I think the next big one that we will move forward with is protecting the forests. Deer management. So As folks may recall, we were working with the DEP wildlife, Fish and Wildlife area to get a study done of where we really have the problems with the deer. So I did get the police report on how many deer strikes we have had, and so we're starting to make headway there. And then, as we saw in the minutes, I need to contact Space Farms to see how much they've been picking up here in Sparta. I think we are all working under the assumption that Lake Mohawk has the worst area, most concentration of deer that are doing the most damage to the undergrowth and the plants and plants there. But we'll see if that holds true.
Did you look at the deer strike data and see if
Not yet.
Okay.
Do you want me to share it with you though?
I'm just wondering if and when we get it, we have an assumption, but we should check it, and then we should maybe consider plotting up a little infographic, a little map, basically showing hot spots.
Okay, sounds good. I will share it with everybody. Next unfinished business item is NJAC conference is October 10th. Did anybody say they could go to that? It is a Friday.
I think I'm going. I have to confirm this tomorrow, and I haven't registered yet, but tomorrow's the last day for the discount. So I'll make sure I register tomorrow if I'm able to.
Thank you. And the Rivers Conference is October 17th, which is a Saturday, I think, and
It's a Friday.
it is a Friday too?
Yeah.
All right. And you're going to
I'm
that?
going, Chris Dunbar's going. Neil, are you going?
Yes, I'm going to go to that too.
And then I have the postcards for them. So if anyone on the commission wants them, I could also send Emily, maybe we can put the link to register just in the minutes in case anyone in the public wants to participate. They could sign themselves up.
Great.
All right. New business. So Neil Clark was awarded the ANJAC Municipal Leadership Award. Congratulations, Neil. So if he goes to the conference, that's when he can receive his award, right?
Right.
Okay. And you reached out to him? We both did, I think.
I didn't reach out about the conference yet, but
Okay.
I will.
Okay, thank you. And last new business item, unless folks want to add to this, is the NJ PAC comments that Neil submitted to the DEP. Do you want to read them into the minutes or just?
Sure. You want? I will. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So this is what was submitted to the DEP. New Jersey has a flooding problem, and it is beyond time that our government take a comprehensive approach to development and redevelopment that better protects residents and businesses in the Garden State. We are writing to encourage the NJDEP to adopt the NJPACT, NJPACT REAL rules without further delay. These rules will save lives and protect properties across the state. The science on climate change is sound. We know that New Jersey is experiencing more flooding than most states, with 72 confirmed weather/climate disaster events with losses exceeding $1 billion each to affect New Jersey from 1980 to 2024, according to the National Center for Environmental Information. Storms by the name of Sandy, Irene, Henri, Ida have become unfortunate household names who have taken the lives of homes of New Jersey residents. There are untold, unnamed flash flooding events that occur regularly that flood our homes, cars, threaten our lives, and devastating our cherished valuables and bank accounts. The climate has changed, and it's time that we change as well. Back in August of 2000, a 1,000-year storm dumped up to 18 inches of rain in Sparta, Jefferson, and Hopatcong over the course of a weekend, where roughly 2,700 homes and businesses in Sussex, Morris, Warren, and Hunterdon counties were flooded. According to federal records, state records show that 26 dams were damaged, 4 more failed. The storm caused an estimated $179 million in damage. We support the NJPACT REAL rules because they will use sound scientific modeling to implement common sense practices that require new and redevelopment projects to be built at an elevation above where it is and will flood through the year 2100. The rules will have no effect on current development. Finally, requires stormwater management for redevelopment projects as one of the nation's oldest states. New Jersey has more than 350 years of development with unmanaged stormwater runoff. We need to require stormwater management on redevelopment projects if we're going to reduce flooding in our communities. Encourage nature-based solutions to make it easier to restore wetlands, shoreline, floodplains, and more to reduce the impacts of flooding, improve water quality, and create natural habitat. We respectfully request that the NJDEP adopt the NJ Pact Real Rules as soon as possible to better protect the lives and property of residents of the Garden State and our small businesses. And upon adoption, the NJP should propose the following amendments and guidance. The first bullet point is eliminate the hardship waiver eligibility for affordable housing. People with less economic means have the right to live in safe places and should not be subject to higher risk of death and property damage because they have less money than some other New Jersey residents. Affordable housing should not be built in floodplains. The NJ Pact Real Rules revisions allow for any development project that includes any amount of affordable housing to apply for a hardship waiver. This means that large projects can potentially institute an end run around the NJ Pact Real Rule protections by simply including one affordable housing unit for the entire project. This provision must be eliminated to protect all New Jersey residents. In the interim of new rulemaking, the department should issue policy guidance directing that for any development project applying for a public benefit hardship waiver for affordable housing, the development should provide at least the required 20% of the units as affordable housing, with none of the affordable units located in the proposed flood hazard areas. Enact the rules upon adoption. The current proposal delays implementation of the NJ Pact Real Rules until July 2026. This delay allows developers to rush to the DEP to secure development permits, like last call at a shore bar in the summer. I didn't write that. Those development permits are valid for 7 to 10 years, which will perpetuate the continuation of development in floodplains for up to a decade. The NJ Pact Real Rules must be implemented upon adoption by the DEP rather than effectively delayed until well into the 2030s. The department should adopt an internal policy that it reviews administratively and technically complete applications on their merit as they are presented to the department. The department refrains from engaging with developers in an iterative review process wherein the department works with the applicant to modify the application from what was submitted in order to achieve compliance. Sincerely, the Sparta Township Environmental Commission.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Nice job on that.
Thank you.
All right. Is there any other new business?
I just wanted to tell everyone that our new AmeriCorps New Jersey Watershed Ambassador just started last week. Her name is Lena Olette. She's a local Sussex County resident. She grew up in Wantage. So she just started in our office. So I'll make sure that she's welcomed at one of our future meetings, and we'll make sure she can come and introduce herself and see if she can do any presentations or projects with us in the year ahead.
Great. That's awesome.
And then Kim, do you want to go back just for the unfinished business to the road salt?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Yes.
that Christine
Thank you.
Dunbar asked, because she wasn't going to be here today, that we just review that we're going to be having that baseline salt study on October 12th, which is a Sunday. It's going to be at Sparta Public Library. And then we have the flyer posted on the website, right? So residents can sign up, but she also wanted us as a commission to select which sites we're hoping to study. So just getting a sense of who can participate that day so that we could have all the supplies that we need.
Yes. I want to do, I can never think of the name of the lake. The lake that's off of Glen Road.
Saginaw.
No,
So-
yeah, I'll do Saginaw. I'll do Lake Saginaw. And
Oh,
then
no.
there's, what's the other one with the dam? Morris Lake. I'll do
Right.
Morris Lake. And then I don't know how to name this spot, but it's behind like where the Chinese restaurant is and Sister's Nails. Behind that, there's like a stream.
Oh, okay, good.
I'll do that one too. That one, in the winter, it has had quite a bit of salt content. So I definitely want to
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
So I guess the stipulation it would be I think we're thinking if you surveyed a spot in the winter,
Yeah,
you can return to your spot.
right.
And then, but they also really want to look at small streams in particular, but any stream that could be impacted by a roadway, a parking lot, but also have some forested conditions as well if there's a stream, because
Yeah.
then it'll be a comparison.
Yep, I'll do East Mountain and I'll do Hayward's Road. There's a stream under Hayward's. And the last site I will have to look up because it's over. Where is Andre's restaurant? What lake is Andre's restaurant on? I'm so bad.
I can't remember.
I have a
It should be on the tip of my
on
tongue.
River Conference,
Here it is.
it does general admission, $35.
It's
As a
Seneca
member
Lake.
of the
Seneca.
Environmental Commission.
I knew it
you
was
get in for
started with an
free.
S.
We could talk about it. I'm not sure.
Yeah, we haven't in the past, I don't think, gotten it free for the Rivers Conference.
I don't know if, have we ever paid through?
We have paid through here, but I don't
Yeah.
know how much budget we have. How much is the Rivers Conference?
It's 35.
35, okay. If
But
you're-
I'm going for free. Christine's going for free because we're part of the
Yeah.
committee that's planning it.
Yeah. If you're interested in going, Ted, we can see how much budget we have. Did you want to go to the Rivers Conference?
Don't know.
Okay. All right, I'll also there's a river that goes into Seneca Lake. I don't know what the little stream is called, but I'll also do that one. That's
Okay.
a site I do in the winter also. So I have 5 sites.
Okay. And then I'm going to do over by Sparta High School, the Walk Hill along West Mountain Road. And then I sampled at Station Park over the winter, but if someone from the public wants to do that, they can do that as well. So we'll get that spot. Over by Lake Grinnell, there's the little stream that comes out of the lake. It's right off of, that one's also off of West Mountain Road, kind of right in that lake community. So I sampled there in the winter so I could go back to that one. And we probably want to do Glenbrook. And I think our watershed ambassador has done that in the past, so I
Where
could,
is Glenbrook?
in the park at the Glen.
Oh, yes. Okay.
We'll get that one. We should have someone do the Walk Hill by the library. We could have,
I've been doing, I did that last,
Okay.
over the winter, so
That's a good one, though, for
yeah,
anybody who
so we
wants
should just
to-
like see who can come from our
Oh.
commission and then we can divvy up the sites.
Okay.
And see if there's anyone from the public who does come that day.
Yeah.
But
What
who is planning on coming? Like, I'm gonna be there, Kim, you're
I'll
gonna
be
be
there.
there, Chris will be there.
I'll be there.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know that I'll be there the whole time, but I will be there for some of it, yeah.
Good.
Nicholas, what this is, because you probably have no idea what we're talking about. So what we've been doing is in the winter, when they put salt on the roads, testing the various streams. So very shortly after a storm, you go out, you have a little way to collect water. It doesn't have to be that much water. And then you have little tabs that you can put in, test strips basically that tell you how much of the salt is in there. And then we've been recording it, and then there's a database there's a statewide one that we've been recording all this on. And so what we're trying to do now, before we have any storms, is collect some baseline data. So is the salt getting into the environment and staying there? You know, we haven't had a storm now in, I don't know, when was the last storm? April? So, at least 6 months. So if there is still high salt content, then potentially we know that the salt is staying in the environment and not, leaving the environment. But also we'll have a baseline for all these different sites that when we do test in the winter, we can compare them also. So that's what this is about. If you we're having a kind of an event, it's not really but various citizens can come and also get little tabs and test some water too. Like particularly if they have a site on their own property that they want to test, it's very good for them to come and get that baseline, in the fall, and then in the winter they could test also. We have more test strips available. So that's what it is. And it's on October 12th, and I think the time is noon to,
I forget
I-
the time.
I
Was it
forget the
10
time, too.
10 to 2?
10 to 2, I think?
Two.
10 to 2, okay, yeah,
And then the rain date is Tuesday.
yeah.
So unfortunately,
That-
it's the middle of the week, but we have to work around if it rains. You can't have rain for a 48-hour period leading up to the event or on the day of the event because that's going to, it's not going to be baseline anymore. It's going to be impacted then by the precipitation and the runoff that would be coming from the storm.
Yeah, hopefully it will not rain. Although we need the rain. So, all right, thank you for remembering that one, Christine. I forgot about it. All right, any new business or old business that I forgot? All right, hearing none, do I have a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Thank you, Christine. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Thanks, Rob. All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Getting these done in record time.
Yeah. We've had no serious reviews to do.
I know when there's not that much to look at.